So, this is a bit of a spoiler if you follow me on DeviantArt because I'm going to read you parts of the story Untitled that are not up online yet. I also have a couple editor's notes in here because what I'm reading isn't perfect yet, so. Okay, Switzerland fanfic. Alright. Name of the story is Untitled. That's actually the name of it is Untitled. Alright. I freeze. I yell at myself to run, but my feet don't move. Who are you? He yells at me. I don't speak. Who are you? He yells louder. I still say nothing. It's too late. I've been caught. Captured. A prisoner of war. Next, I meant to have a little history blurb. Like, who was fighting Switzerland at the time. Otherwise, we can't have a spy without a war going on. So, history is needed in that section. Okay. Tell me your name. Who sent you? A young blonde man asked me, gun in his hand. I cursed to myself, but don't acknowledge his question. He hits me upside the head with the back of his gun. Answer me, damn it! I'm bleeding now. I can taste my blood, like copper, in my mouth. No, I said. No, you can't make me. They'll come for me. Just you wait, and when they do, they'll kill you. He laughs and points his gun at me. Petty little thing. You think they actually care? You think they are actually coming to get you? They don't even know you're here. It's sad how little you know. It's sad how little of this you understand. Here, allow me to explain. You have been caught. You're a prisoner of war. And you're mine now. Now tell me. Tell me what you're here for. I remain silent. His grip on his gun tightens. Tell me. I only glare at him. He fires. Chapter 2. It's quiet. Not a word is said. I slowly open my eyes to see a young girl standing with her hand on the barrel of the gun. She had been able to move the gun just in time. Just enough so the bullet just barely missed my right temple. No one said a word. We just stared at each other, stunned. Sorry, blurb came up on my computer. It happened so quickly, a split second. Don't kill her, she said in a small voice. Don't kill her, please. Her voice sounded strained, like she was in pain. I look closer. Her hand is burned from grabbing the hot barrel. He notices too. Please. He said nothing. He just looked at her hand. His face was blank. Go clean yourself up, he said to her, and walked out of the room. I'm sorry this happened to you. It's my fault, I said as I washed the girl's wounds. Be in mind that now we're kind of like later. I'm sorry this happened to you. It's my fault, I said as I washed the girl's wounds. Don't be silly. I did it on my own. Ow. She winced. Sorry, does it hurt? I'm fine. I should be asking you that. You're the one who almost got shot. I wet the washcloth in the bucket and dabbed it on her wound. I'm sorry about my brother. Your brother? Yes. That man, he's your brother. Yes. He took me in when I had nowhere else to go. She went to a story about how she was so poor that she was starving to death and how she was wandering the streets when her brother found her. I just listened politely. I apologize about his behavior. He's not a very skilled communicator. I can tell. She smiled. The war is getting to him, I think. He's been very stressed lately. I wrung out the cloth into the bucket. I don't think he really meant to shoot you, she continued. It was just adrenaline, I think. He's really a nice guy. I only look at her. I know, that's no excuse, she apologized. My name is Lily, by the way. Sarah, I said as I bandaged up her hand. She stood up. Thank you, she said. I nodded. I'm sorry to leave you in here, she said, but my brother won't allow it. I understand, I said. She walked out and shut the door. I heard her lock it. Chapter 3. I woke up to the sun shining on my face, coming from the one small little window in the tiny room. A few small rays squeezed through the bars and bounced off the cement wall, trying to brighten the dark and dreary room. I heard the door open, but I still pretended to be asleep. I could hear them breathing, and I felt their presence over me. They just stood there for about 5 minutes. I heard the clack of something being put on the ground by my head, and then the click-click of boots as they left the room. Now we're on to the blonde guy's POV. The blonde guy is the guy who almost shot her. I stalked down the hall to the spare room in the basement where we were keeping the prisoner. When I reach the door, I take a deep breath and open it. It's cold and bare. There's only a mat, a slop bucket, and a couple metal things to hook prisoners up to. Author's note. Those hooks? Remember them. They will be important later in the story. Lying on the mat was that blank spy, because I'm not sure of her race yet, or ethnicality. I walked over to the sleeping girl. The side of her face was bruised, and she had a line of dried blood leading from her mouth all the way down her neck. I placed a bowl of breakfast by her head. I noticed something shiny on the floor. I picked it up. The bullet. I dropped it into my shirt pocket, got up, and walked to the door. I looked back one last time before making my way back into the hallway. Later that evening, there was a knock on my door. Come in. Lily walked in. Big brother? Can I talk to you? Sure. I pat the spot next to me on the bed. She was timid at first, but came over anyway. She sat next to me. Why do you keep her here? She asked. I was taken aback. Why ask such a question? I'm just curious. Lily, she's a spy. Who knows what information she's hiding? I explained. Even if she did know anything, she wouldn't tell you, no matter what you did. I sighed at her. It's late. You should get to bed, I told her. She nodded, kissed my cheek, and left the room. I thought about what you said. She wouldn't tell you, no matter what you did. I laughed to myself. Oh, Lily, you have no idea about all the tricks I have up my sleeve.